Hi everybody, it's Kristen with HASTACIELOYMAS, and today is Monday, December the 11th, 2017, and this is my 51-week duodenal switch update. I'm really late on this update, and I'm quickly approaching my 1-year surgiversary, which will be Wednesday. I'm very excited, and I apologize for not getting to you last week. We had snow here in San Antonio. We had a basketball tournament, a basketball game, a winter dance competition slash showcase bonanza, doctor's appointments, physical therapy started. So there's just been a whole lot of stuff going on. Just been really, really crazy. So I have some good news. I've been working really hard with Dixie from Canada to be accountable, and I've had a pretty decent weight loss. My last week's weight was 263.8, and my most recent weight was 261.4, which is a 2.4 pound loss. I'm really happy with that. As you know, I started this journey a year ago. Actually, I had my first bariatric consult July the 29th, 2016 in San Antonio with Dr. Joel Rodriguez at Rio Surgical. And my weight at that time was 435, which was down from a high weight of over 450 last summer. And I had lost 64 pounds from my consult to my surgery in 4 months with the ketogenic diet. And since surgery, I have lost 110 pounds. I have lost a total of 174 pounds since my consult, July 29th. And from my high weight last summer, which may or may not have been my highest weight ever because I didn't ever really know my highest weight, I have lost about 190 pounds. So I'm really excited. I've been working on my 1-year surgiversary video for you. This video that you're going to be watching today may or may not be that interesting, but hopefully you'll check out my surgiversary video later on this week. I want to say a big thank you to all of my DS friends who reached out to me after my video last week of my labs and my vitamin regimen. But particularly, I want to say a big, big, major thank you to Dina McBride, who is a long-term vet of the duodenal switch and a patient care coordinator and just all around amazing woman. And she has really reached out to me and shared all kinds of information with me that maybe I would have had access to a year ago, but I don't know. I just wasn't ready to get it all totally right. And I really recommend for the newbies, get it right early. But anyway, I'm a year out and here we go. Joni from Smile & Shrinkin' gave me this wonderful gift. It is a big old fancy vitamin holder. I will try to find the link and put it in the description box. I should have had this from the get-go, but I was trying to save money and I was going with a cheaper version of this, actually a free version. I got my vitamin holder through my insurance, Humana, it's the same style. You pull out the little compartments day to day, which I really liked, but it wasn't as large, and it was probably more for medications. But when we are DSers, we need the supplement slash vitamin kind that have the bigger compartments. And so I wish I'd had this a year ago, and I highly recommend investing in it. It's kind of critical for the newbies. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and share with you what changes I've made to my vitamin regimen as a result of your feedback, and especially my interactions with Dina this week about the changes I needed to make. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stick to 4 times a day, but many of you know that I am homebound with a severe vestibular condition. So really working into my schedule, what I'm about to share with you is not going to be too hard. So what I've done is I have in my nighttime area, I have my kind of stragglers. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like. Now, I'll be honest with you, I do change brands occasionally, and so I don't always know what everything is. But fortunately, my stragglers I do know really well, so I should be able to get this right. First of all, I'm going to be taking Thiazole Carbonyl Iron. I am postmenopausal, post-hysterectomy, so I will only be taking one of these a day, so that's 45 milligrams of the Thiazole. Dina said that that's a really good supplement. That is this red one right here, and so I'm going to be putting that in my nighttime box. Dina shared with me that iron, copper, and vitamin C can all be taken together and should be taken separately. I was doing that, but I was doing it at night, but she recommended my probiotic at night and my copper, iron, and vitamin C in the morning. I was concerned about taking it with coffee, but she said that wasn't an issue. So here's my tiny little blue copper that I'm going to be taking, and this is chelated copper. Chelated is supposed to be better absorbed, and so I'm taking the VitaCost chelated copper, and I will be taking that with my iron, and then my Kirkland brand 1,000 milligram vitamin C, which I will only take once a day. So vitamin C, copper, and iron are going to be my morning routine with coffee, and this is my vitamin C. So then at 8 o'clock, which is when I have breakfast, 2 hours after my coffee, I'm going to be taking, for right now, 2 of these Raw One for Women as my multivitamin. I'm not sure that I'm going to stick with this permanently. I'm going to use all these up. I have 2 brand new bottles, and then I'm probably going to switch over to the Dr. Stewart Duodenal Switch vitamin that I discussed last week as my only as my multi with supplements. So Dina told me that I can take my B vitamins with my multi. So I'm going to be taking my vitamin B12, which I just renewed from Sam's Club. It's 5,000 micrograms. It is a cherry lozenge, and I do really like it, and it's really raised my my B12, and it's inexpensive. And so I'm going to be taking this. And then I'm going to be taking, as I mentioned, my 2 Raw One for Women multivitamin at the same time in the morning at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to be taking biotin, which I'm going to be using up my biotin and no longer taking it. I don't think I really need it anymore. My hair is growing back, and so it's a tiny little capsule, and that is probably this one. And then I also take folic acid and B1. My folic acid is this Natural Factors folic acid. It's 1,000 micrograms, and it is probably this one. I get these confused a little bit, and especially since that's a brand new one for me. And then this one is a brand new one for me. This is the VitaCost 500 milligram B1. My B1 did plummet shortly after surgery because I was not taking a B vitamin. I apologize for my dog. And so anyway, that's going to be my 8 o'clock regimen. Raw 1, 2, I'll be taking my multivitamins. When I get them from Dr. Stewart, I'll switch. My B12, my biotin, which I'm only going to be just using this up and I'll be done with that. Folic acid and B1. At 10 o'clock, I'm going to be taking my calcium and magnesium A, D, E, and K. So this is my K. It's formulated with medium chain triglycerides. And from what I understand, we do absorb medium chain triglycerides. So I'm hoping this might be a good option. This is VitaCost. I shared this last week, the Ultra Vitamin K. I'm going to be taking vitamin D3, and that's by Biotech. This is my 50,000. I don't know that I need to take it every single day. I may be taking it just 5 times a week, but it's really tiny. And I had been taking it 3 times a week, but I may be increasing that slightly. My A 25,000 Biotech, which is this one, 25,000 IU Biotech. And then my Dry E, which I believe is this one. And I take the Vegetarian Dry E 400, the Now brand. And then I'm going to be taking my Bone Up Jarrow 3 a day. And that's this one. And my magnesium, that's this one, which is the Cal brand magnesium glycinate. Dina told me the magnesium isn't super important, so I have this one also, and I'm going to be interchanging them and trying to use these up. This is magnesium oxide. This is magnesium glycinate. Still researching that, I guess, a little more, but those will be my magnesiums. And then midday, I need to take zinc by itself. And so I'm going to be taking the chelated zinc by VitaCost. I will be taking 2 of those because it's only 30 milligrams. I thought it was 50. And so that's going to be these 2 little guys to get 60 milligrams of zinc because I am wanting to up my zinc a little bit. Now, speaking of magnesium and zinc and copper, I did not get those checked with my most recent lab, so they will be getting drawn soon. Magnesium, zinc, copper, and my INR and ProTime I'm going to ask for. So zinc has to be taken by itself. It's a standalone. I will be taking 2, 30 milligrams, so 60 milligrams. It's never to be taken within 30 minutes of laying down or with any other supplement. So I will be taking that completely by itself. At 2 o'clock, I will be taking more Bone Up and calcium and magnesium. The calcium to magnesium ratio is 2 to 1. So I need to be getting approximately 1,500 to 2,000 calcium a day, elemental calcium, and half that in magnesium. So 750 to 1,000 magnesium. I'm going to be taking another A with that because I'm taking 50,000 a day at least, and another E with that because I've doubled my E recently to 800 from 400. And then that is at 2 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, I'm going to take more calcium and more magnesium. This is the magnesium oxide. And then at bedtime, I'm going to take my probiotic, which is the Primal Defense Ultra. And that's this one. And I'm going to be taking my melatonin, which I've been taking, and my fiber, which I forgot to bring to the table. But I take the Consul fiber, KONSYL fiber. I really, really like it. So that's going to be my schedule. I'm going to be taking vitamins at 6 with my coffee, at 8 with my breakfast. At 10, I'll be taking some more. At midday, I'll be taking my zinc with my main meal, my lunch. At 2 o'clock, I'll be taking more calcium and magnesium. 5 o'clock, more calcium and magnesium, and my probiotic at bedtime with fiber and melatonin. So, in addition to my Bone Up, I need more calcium. So I'm going to be showing you something today. This is the UpCal D. If you're not familiar with it, it's generally in a can or travel packets. I have the travel packets, and they were a gift from Joni, who's no longer taking them. And so I had been mixing them with my cold brew coffee, but in the winter, I don't really do cold brew coffee, and I don't really want to do it with my hot coffee. And so what Dina recommended is to take this UpCal D with water like a pixie stick. Okay, so I have my water and I have my UpCal D. The first time I did this with Dixie on the video chat, and I almost died. I took way too much. So I'm going to do half of this packet, then some water, and half of the packet and some water. So let's see how it goes. Here we go. There's virtually no taste. There are some carbs in it. I think it is sweetened with dextrose or something. Guys, I'm going to try this. I'm going to get through this, and I'll deal with the carbs later. I got to bring the calcium up. So here we go again. That was about a third and then 2/3, and then I've got a little bit of extra. Okay, so that's the UpCal D. There are 500 IUs of vitamin D3 and 500 milligrams of elemental calcium. So that's kind of it for now. Look for my Surgiversary video coming later this week, and thank you guys. It's been like I said, a crazy week, but I'm very encouraged. I'm very excited. I'm not at all anxious about these changes I'm making. I'm just really excited to be making headway and progress in the right direction. So God bless y'all from the heart of Texas, and I will probably see you guys next week. I'm going to post my 1-year video on my Surgiversary, which is Wednesday, and then I'm going to take a break because that was hard to do, and I'm just tired. So anyway, take care. God bless. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.